it just come to my mind that when I don't have an electricity in my house, I can just record what I'm live stream, like what we did in the first month. And I wonder like why I didn't do that. I think like I was so fixated about we need to do it live, we need to do it live, and there's no more of, you know, um record and post kind of stuff. But eventually things happen, and if things happen, we need to still doing the live stream no matter what, and we can record and then post it when the electricity is on, when the Wi-Fi is turning on again. I wonder why I didn't do that. But it happened like that, so I think we need to keep it in mind for the next time the power is off and we're going to have that option available. If my laptop is not dead too, so that is also one of the condition that we need to fill. And today there is no description. There is no short overview in the description, and the description is blank. But I do have something that I want to talk about because I remember this thing like by today. Because the last couple of days I've been eating slightly uh, a bit spicy stuff, and I can't handle spicy stuff, but I somewhat only have that available in the house, and I ate that, and our nervous system taking a hit because if I eat something that is so, it's just like I can't digest it well, then I will have a hard time doing whatever I'm doing throughout the day and the week after I stop eating that thing. And I had it today, and I have this rule. Whenever this happened, I knew that I can't trust myself because when I'm in this situation, I'm deep into the anxiety, I'm deep into the anger. I can't contain myself, and I travel into this area where what if it's fail? What if it's fail? Like what if we can make it happen? What if, and then everything just start to looping into the same shit. And I've seen this happen before for a lot longer than just like a 10-minute cycle that I have today, which is like, what if it's not gonna work? What if I just going to have such a breakdown upon the things that I want to experience and I fail? I did all the work and it still fail. If I have put so many other efforts to make this happen, what if it's fail? And I'm like, so what? What about it? You know, like the biggest benefit of knowing how you operate within the situation is that you know what to do no matter what happened in real life because you know you have the power, you have the resource, you have the instinct to essentially get the things that you want. Oh, that's a really good harvest right there. The mangosteen is actually harvesting really well right now, and I feel like we are going to eat really well on that. Mangosteen is like a really interesting fruit that only grow in Indonesia. I think that most Southeast Asian have this fruit. Maybe not, but I do have one tree that is yearly harvest this thing. There's a lot of them, and they are, what do you call it? when the fruit is at its peak, that thing. And there's like five. I can see already five that was already uh mature enough. I don't know the name. Oh my god, I forget. I forget the name. Let me know if you remember what I mean. So I have this thing to never trust this moment because I know that whatever I'm doing, because I internalizing, I make a deeper meaning about this situation, it's always go in the wrong way. And then I later realize when I'm like in my mind, when I'm realizing like, okay, this is actually not something that I want to do because it was based on my fear, based on my anxiety. So I have separate this experience to be like, if you are in this time, if you know the cause of this situation is because food, either relationship, either some conflict that is so personal, that is not happening to me, but eventually I see it happen, but it feels personal, then I can't do anything in the momentum of creation in that order. So I need to like have a buffer. A buffer means that I need to refresh, I need to restart the engine, I need to have my mind to not operate it in such a way when where fear is no longer available, where I'm just in my power and I know the feeling of power. That's the beauty of it. And the problem is that if you know that you cannot trust yourself right now, you need to know that when are you available to trust yourself again. And when I'm in that state, I decided not to trust. And then I also did something to make up the things that will build up my trust level again. So that is something that I know because, and then if I decided to go deeper into the question, into the momentum of that fear, I will eventually counterattack it with, so what if you fail? Like what? So what if you fail? What do you mean like you're scared of failing? Well, all the stories that come up is that, well, if we are failing, then it's just useless. It's like we are not doing anything in our time. We are wasting our time. And then it's like this and it's like that. You can feel this story yourself if you have it right now. But the thing is that even if that happened, you do have the resources to rising back up into the state where you eventually create with positivity, not negativity like the fear itself. So what? You fail, you start alchemizing the moments and you feeling, oh, actually this one is a lot is this one is aligned with this thing, that's why I did it. And then you start to understand the pathway of your experience because you see yourself as this human who never back down, which is like what I'm here for. Which is why I'm like barfing right now. Which is why, like, if someone out there have a really problematic time with their depression, with their anxiety, with their anger, if you cannot pull yourself out, if you cannot catch yourself into something, oh, I'm actually in this state, like what I did, just like I don't trust myself, I cannot trust myself. That is a lot harder to do if this is your first time. I understand that. I have the moments where I can't get out from this trap. I know it's a trap, But it feels like if the more I try to catch myself, the deeper I go. So then you go with it. And you go with the way that I just told you, which is like listen to the fear, let the fear grow, let the fear evolve into something that is somewhat tangible, but then it also something that you can counter because you understand that you have the power. You are the key to your catalyst transformation. So you don't need to be so pessimistic because there are people out there, they're really, I'm actually really annoyed when they did this because it's like, oh, don't go there. Oh, don't do that. But what if they can't catch themselves? Because there are moments like that. I have those moments too, especially if I'm in near my period and my heart just beating so hard. It's like you are, if you don't know what a period is like. For me personally, I can't control my heartbeat, and it's like you drink your first coffee. You're not a coffee drinker. I am not a coffee drinker, but I heard that if you are not suitable for coffee, the first time you drink it, your heart beats relentlessly. And that is the feeling of having your period coming, is that you just be in your body, so in your mind, you can't get out from it, even if you try to bypass it by meditation, thinking calmly, whatever you do, it just happened. And in that moment, it's like you can't get out because it just happened to you. It will happen. You need to be there for whatever, however longer that thing needs you. And in that place, experience it, learn how to enjoy it. And that's even the positive things. I understand that this is such a positivity heavy topic because there is no one way. That's for sure. But if you believe that everything in this world is positively influenced, then whatever experience you're in, whatever moments, whatever terrible moments you're in, there is always positive intent in it. And being in this kind of state, if you fall deeper and you can't get out, there's also positive things. But what if, now there is another thing, but what if you already know how to get out? You already know that you already know that you know the loops, you know the cycle, you know whatever is happening will eventually get you into it. And you feel so masterful in your inner work, but you can't get out from it. What if? And experience it. Feel joy. That sometimes in this moment you get to feel more than usual, which is a little bit sarcastic, but you understand what I mean, like, right? Because sometimes when you have such a high frequency timeline moment in life, you sometimes forget how to feel in the lowest time of someone's life. It gets you to understand that you are still human, which you are. So that connection with the humanity is what gets you out of this. And you get to feel more ease. If you surrender into somewhat pull you have in the moment, it's okay. There is a way. I just want to accentuate that. No matter how negative that is, it doesn't matter. This is why like I really vouch for people who are in the lowest point of their life, and they're still doing their thing. They are still rising up. They are still trying their best because that's what we are here for. So if you're having a hard time, Surrender to it in whatever direction that is. You can fight if that is the pull you feel. You can just give in if that's what you feel. Or you can just take yourself out of it altogether, which is like the quantum leap of experience. Now, quantum leap is different. Quantum leap is you essentially know what you want to, where you want to go. So that experience of knowing, okay, I want to go there, and this experience right now, it's not up to the standard that I want to hold for myself. So I need to be in that space there. You can pinpoint where that is. If you can understand the space between where you are to where you want to go for it. Quantum leap it. There's no need to be guilty about it. There's no need to be like, I feel like I need to do all the process. Fuck the process. Just go for it. So there are so many different ways that you can go for. It all comes down to understanding what you have in that moment and understanding, oh, I actually have this instead of that. So I'm going to go with this because this is true for me. So if you have that, go with that. And I have shared like so many different things on how to understand your pull. And it's okay. You can work with every single thing that is happening within yourself. And it will lead you into positivity if that's what you want, if that's what you believe, that's what you're going for. So that's it for today. I hope you get something interesting, entertaining, benefiting you at most. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow.